Now, before we adapt this Hasselblad V lens to our adapter, there are a couple things we have to check. Hasselblad V lenses were designed to communicate with Hasselblad V cameras, and as you can see, currently the shutter inside the lens is closed. So if we want to adapt this lens and use it on our mirrorless camera, we need to open that shutter. And the way to do that is to adjust this little piece right here. Now we can use a Hasselblad tool, or if you don't have one of those, you can use a simple flathead screwdriver. You're simply going to place it in here, and you're going to rotate it. And if we rotate it all the way, we should have locked open the shutter. As you can see, the shutter is now open. So now we can adapt this lens to the camera, and we can actually have the sensor see through it, and we can use the shutter inside our digital camera rather than the shutter in this lens. Now, the other thing we have to do is turn on the depth of field preview on this lens and keep it on. So when we adjust the aperture, it's actually adjusting. Currently, no matter what I do, as I turn the aperture ring, the lens is staying wide open. This lens was designed to keep the leaf shutter wide open inside the lens until you took a shot, and then it would close it down to whatever aperture you had it set to. But when we adapt this lens, we're gonna wanna set the aperture in real time. And the way we do that is we use this lever right here. This is the depth of field preview lever, and we're just going to engage it by sliding it this way and keeping it locked in place. As you can see now, I can adjust my aperture, and it is opening and closing. Because I have the depth of field preview lever engaged, I can set the aperture to whatever I want, and it's setting it right there. And that allows me to shoot with my mirrorless camera with this lens adapted to it and have the correct aperture. Now, if you have any questions or comments about either of these two things you have to do with this lens before you adapt it, comment below. I know it's a bit confusing. I would love to help you out. Just comment below and I will answer your questions.